This conference will now be recorded.
Okay, can you see my screen?
Yes. Yeah.
Okay, I got it yesterday. I sent, I fixed that issue. The on mouse or it's somewhat jumping, right? That navigation. Okay, so that is in the mouse over section, we have to provide the position absolute here. Okay, rest of thing everything same. Okay, only thing on mouse over LI. Okay, and display block, and display block means that is displaying the content. Okay, and the position absolute. So position absolute means here we are going to display the drop down menu exactly on the service main navigation, below of the service main navigation. Okay, did you practice any yesterday? Did it clear?
Yeah, I practiced a little bit, but not completely. I put the what do we say, container, and then
Okay.
comment about those things, but not completely.
Okay. Okay. So yesterday it was some small issues there, like almost all services. Okay, it's going some misalignment and jumping, right? Now it is fixed. Okay. So what I provided the position absolute one. So position absolute on mouse over position absolute. So here we have like around 4 to 5 positions are there, like position absolute, okay, relevant, fixed, scroll, okay, like 4 or 5 absolutions is there, okay, that I will teach in the CSS class, okay. So once you provide the position absolute, it will fix exactly on the services. Suppose if you have any about drop down also, it will place exactly on the below of the about us name. Okay, let's say about like I'm going to provide here in the below about. I will use one more drop down here. Okay, so below the about us. Okay, so below the about us again, I'm going to use UL. Okay, and LI, and then anchor. Thumbnail link. Okay, for example, here I'm going to say our team. Okay, so like this, 3 or 4 links is there in the about us also. For example, you can see here. Chairman message. Okay, and for example, here you can say, for example, contact us. Okay, and about us also have 3 drop down navigation items. Okay, let me check how this display. Right. Team message. Same right. Okay. Only anchor. HTML meeting type. Okay. So here, the
Uh,
first I have to provide the position absolute on LH over, and this is our child element inside the main UL. Okay, so wherever we have the first like parent LI, this is our parent UL and LI. So here I'm saying the position relative value. So that means all the drop downs should be placed relevant to the parent child. The here is the our parent UL and LI, and all the sub like nested selectors like second level, third level. Okay, so in this selector we have to cover the position absolute. Okay, so like this, if you write any like about us drop down, service drop down, or client drop down, or drop down, it will place exactly below the parent element, parent navigation. Okay, so is it clear in this any doubt? So now I'm going to apply CSS for spacing and mouse over action and some applying background color. Okay, that is normal CSS.
I have a question. If we wanted to give like a drop down, like a down arrow, so
Okay,
then how do we give that? Is it with option? Is it with option?
yeah, this is the drop down. Anand.
Right, right. It is mouse over, right? Let's
Yes,
say
yes.
last in I think previous class we learned when we put the option and the multiple, then the drop down comes, right? So can we use that one on here too?
Yeah, that also we can use, but for that you can write directly. First level like ULLI, and inside the LI again child like nested ULLI. Without CSS, you can display directly like one below one.
Okay.
So like you were saying about the first basic HTML, right? Let me open that.
Right. Yeah.
I think this is our HTML5. This is a HTML5
Not this one. I think in the font.
basic
I think in the
basic.
font. Yeah, basic. Oh, yeah, this one. You see Hyderabad, New Delhi.
Yes. Yeah. Here is the example. This is the first level. The first three bullet points. Okay, and this is second level. Okay, like drop down in our HTML5 template, and again this is third level. So this is plain HTML only. Here there is no any CSS. Suppose if you want to display directly like some kind of points, okay, okay, yeah, or some list items, you can write directly, and you can apply some CSS like color, font size, and spacing. Okay, and you can apply your own icon also here. Okay, so like this, you can write directly. Suppose in our case, what happened? This is like a drop down on the services menu. Okay, by default, it would not show. It would be hide, and on mouse over it should display, and again on mouse out it should hide. So this is our requirement. Okay, so for that I have to write like this on about us mouse over display on service display like this. So for this kind of requirement we need to write this CSS. The
Okay.
first the parent element. Where is our parent UL, and yeah, this is here we started, right? The now ULLI. Okay, this is our parent ULLI. So here we should provide the position relative. So that means all the sub selectors or nested selectors, navigation items should place relevant to the main UL and okay, and then nested or child elements on mouse over should provide the position itself. So like this, you can write a number of third level, fourth level, so you can write. Okay, below of the second level, below of the third level, we can write a number of times, like my comment. Okay, so now I'm going to apply little bit CSS, applying the background color. Okay, So this is the selector to access the li. Okay, so here I'm going to provide a background color for the all list items. Background color here, let's say some orange color or something. Yeah, now let's see the background color is applying. Okay, and going to change the link color also. The link is the last element. So for the link, I'm going to provide color white and applying some little bit font size also. Font size, I'm applying some around 15 pixels. See, okay. So here it should start from exactly about us menu. Okay, but it is taking some space. Okay, after that it is playing. Let me fix that one first. And here is our main ULLI. Yeah, here padding 0 and margin 0. Mhm. No, not showing margin 0, padding 0. Where it is absolute, let's say here left 0. Let me apply. Mhm. Something where should I apply? Is there any marginal padding? Margin 0, li. Okay. Line height 30, position relative. Color, display name, just block, ULLI. Width 250, background color. Okay. Mm, what I will do. Yeah, now it is playing, but we have to provide some little bit space, the main navigation, like between the home, about, services here. Okay. Let me give some width on the main li. Yeah, yeah. Width 250 pixels approximately I'm giving. Nine. More or less. Let's say, okay, so we need to decrease. Still we can make Yeah, now it's working like exactly. Okay, so the top navigation about below about us some sub like drop down is there. Okay, and services below services again sub services, clients and contacts. Okay, so here you can say like some space left side of the sub navigation. Okay, so in the second level part I'm going to give some liquid space left side, so using the padding around 10 pixels. Not a problem. Okay, now we have space on the left side, and I'm going to decrease the space on the sub navigation. Here, some lot of space is there because of the line height on the main parent navigation item. Okay, so here I'm going to decrease the line height. So here I'm going to give around 30 pixels. Yeah, now it is fine. Okay, so like this you can create on mouse, or also you can change your text color. Okay, for example, on mouse over the second level anchor colon h over, here you can say the text color, let's say black. Okay, on mouse like this. Okay, so like this you can apply drop down. The first level is about services, and second level is our team changes or services for development, UI development, like this. Okay, you can apply more CSS for better look and feel. For example, on mouse or background color. Okay, or some underline, or increasing the font size. Okay, you can apply more CSS. This is main functionality. On mouse over it should display, on mouse out it should hide all of the drop downs from the main menu. Okay, is it clear? Is any doubt on this, Apurva and Ananda?
Yeah,
No.
Yeah, it's clear, right?
Yeah.
Okay. Okay, so these are all CSS we need to write for the this navigation based on our template example. So actually this is our example, right? So like this, by default you can give some white color, and on mouse over you can apply blue color, the background color. Okay, so this background color I'm going to give on mouse over. Where it is on mouse over, LIH over. And it is color font size. Okay, so here we should provide background color white. The color text color also need to change here. Actually, yes, here it is. So yes, now we can see on white background color the black color links. Okay, on mouse over supplying some background color and text color as well. See here you should set display block, because here the mouse over section is applying only for the text. Okay, as per our example, it's applying whole block from left to right, right? Okay, so here we need to apply the display block for the second level list item. Okay, so here I'm going to say display block, or we can say width also. We can apply width also. Here also display block. And we should, yes, now it's applied. And the entire like the whole block is applied. Most of it. Changing the background color and the text color. Okay, so like this you can write more CSS as per your requirement, as per your UI design. Okay, so like this you can create the first level main navigation and the drop downs also. Okay, so the next one is here like full screen slider. Okay, so like around how many? Two, two with the two images is like a full screen slider. Okay, in between the some heading like some title of the services, title of the company or something. Okay, and small button. Okay, so first I will create 100% container here. So let's say collapse this one. So I will put in the comment. This is top header in the comment section. Okay, and below the top header, I'm going to write some slide. Okay, so for the okay, so here the container is okay, fixed container. Here I'm going to use 100% container. Class is called fluid container. You can say fluid or 100% or full container like that. Fluid container. Okay. So using this fluid container, I'm going to apply width is 100%. Okay. Width is 100%. So that means entire full width of your web page 100%. Okay. And let's say some height. For example, here around 250 pixels or something. Okay. And then for displaying purpose, I'm going to apply background color. Let's say some green or some light blue or something. Okay, this class is applied already. Say this one. Okay, so we can increase a little bit height of slider. As you can say 350 pixels like this. Okay, so this is like 100% of our container. Inside this, we are going to use slider like 2 or 3 and some text. Okay, and buttons like next and previous buttons here. Okay, so this is the next slider and this is the previous slider. Okay, so this is like a JavaScript functionality. Okay, here I'm going to place one image with static. Okay, for this kind of functionality, okay, like by clicking, so scrolling the next slider. Okay, and by clicking the previous one, previous slider is coming. Okay, so like some you can see like a small effect is there, like fade in, fade out. Okay, that and all comes from the JavaScript. Okay, so here we are going to use the JavaScript plugin for the slider purpose. Okay, the JavaScript class I will teach you. This is only HTML and CSS, right? Okay, so here let's say first I will place one image like in static using HTML5 figure and big caption and all, and using the img also. Okay, let's say let's search some images. For example, here sports or something. Sports images. Yeah, for example, this image I'm going to say set to stop. It's very small, 470 and 280 only. Let's say like some horizontal, more width images. It's also small. Yeah, this is big image like horizontally. Like here you can see 2500 width and 1419 height. Okay, so I will copy this image. Where it is. Okay, so in this slider, I'm going to call that image. So first, I'm going to use HTML5 figure. Okay, and inside the figure, like again, img tag from the HTML. Okay, and then the img src. Okay, and images folder sports.jpg. Okay, so let's check how it is displaying by default. So it's saying it displaying, but somehow you cannot see the entire image in my screen, and it's coming some scrolling. Okay, so we should fix this issue. So the entire image without hiding, without scrolling, we should see the whole image in our 100% container. Okay, so for this I'm going to apply 100% for the image also. Okay, so here I'm going to apply fluid container img tag. So here I'm going to say width 100%. So here if you say width 100% means the total whole screen of your page. It's like this. But now you can see the whole image and without scrolling on the bottom, like without horizontal scrolling. Okay, horizontal like it's not for a small device and all. You cannot see the whole image, the full image. Okay, but if vertical scroll means that is good. We can apply the vertical scroll because if you have the more content, automatically we apply the horizontal or vertical scroll. Okay, and if you have any horizontal scroll, you have to fix that using like 100% or based on your screen dimensions, like for example 1000 pixel or 1200 pixel. You have to say the 1000 pixel width or 1200 pixel. But here in our case is the total width of your page. Total width means you have to say the width is 100%. Okay, suppose if you want to check the what is the image width in pixels, how I can know? Suppose I want to know the pixels, like how much width and how much height. Hello, Ananta and Apurva.
Yes.
Suppose I want to know the width of image and height of image in the pixels. Here I said 100% only. Okay, to fix that issue with the horizontal scroll and hiding the image. Okay, but I want to know the what is the width value in pixels, what is the height value in pixels.
Okay, so you're asking how do we
Yeah,
get.
how to know that? How I can see that value? How can find that
Okay.
width and height value in pixels?
Okay, right click inspect and then we can see it.
Yes. Right click, inspect. You can go to the box model.
Box model and then we can click on
Yes.
image. Okay. So
Yes.
box
Yeah.
model. Okay.
Okay. Now the image width is 1590.200 and height is 862.46. Our actual image dimension is about 2500 width. Okay,
Right.
and the height is like around 1000 above.
Mhm.
Okay, once you apply width is 100% in our CSS, it will scale automatically as per our screen dimensions. Like screen means my desktop resolution. The width
Mhm.
value and height will be scaled automatically. Based on your width, the height will be scaled. Here I didn't provide any height. So that means height will be scaled based on your width value. Okay.
Okay. Mhm.
So like this, you can write, you can place any some like a static image with HTML and CSS.
Mhm.
Suppose if you want to create like this kind of carousel, you can say in the JavaScript language, this is carousel slider. So carousel means here we have the some functionality by clicking the arrow, it's a scrolling next and the previous like this, and
Okay.
applying some animation also. Okay. Suppose if you want to use the same kind of carousel, we need to use the JavaScript. I will show you an example from the Bootstrap. Get Bootstrap. So you can say directly Bootstrap slider because the Bootstrap is the framework here.
Mhm.
So here you can see the some same kind of report. See here. Okay. So here we have some next slide, next button, and previous button, and some text and scrolling images like this. Okay.
Mhm.
So this is one predefined plugin. You can copy from this code, like example code, and you can place the image and you can place the text also. Okay, this is include like HTML, CSS, and JavaScript also. Without JavaScript, this functionality will not work. Okay, so while teaching on the Bootstrap, I will teach this carousel slider. Okay, so Bootstrap also is there in your course content. Okay, so
Mhm.
for timing I can keep like the same like with this 100% content 100% static slide.
Okay.
Okay,
Mhm.
so below this image I'm going to apply for example if you want to apply so many other CSS, for example like shadow, okay, for the image or borders you can apply from the CSS. Okay, so below the image I'm going to create like this kind of three columns or yeah, two columns here below the static image. Okay, so here again here the fixed container, and in the fixed container 50% on column and again more 50% on column.
Okay.
Okay, so here let's write the columns here. Again here I'm going to use the fixed container here. Section, okay, in the section I'm going to apply class is equal to container.
Mhm.
Again fixed container.
Mhm.
So inside the fixed container I'm going to write two columns. This is one and this second. Okay, the first column you can say here first column like this sequence like this. Okay, so now I'm going to put some content like some title, paragraph, text, hyperlinks like the button purpose in the first column, and in the second column I'm going to use some image here. Here you can say second column. Both columns
This is not
equal.
common, right?
Uh-huh.
The first column and then the second column, you type those Two are not comments, right?
No, yeah, that's what the first column is. These are comments.
Oh, are the
These will not
comments, but
display on the web.
it's not going to display this one, right?
No, no, it won't display on the web page. This is comment, HTML comment.
But the
That's
comment
why
is
given the
slash and the star, right? Not
no, no,
slash.
star is in CSS. CSS, we are going to use the star like this. Slash star and text and star slash. This is CSS comment, and this is HTML comment. Left
Okay.
angle, exclamation, double icon, and text, and again double icon. Right. Okay,
Okay.
this is HTML comment, and this is CSS comment.
Okay.
Both are different.
Mm.
Okay. So here, the first column, I'm going to put some content. Okay, and let's say I'll copy the same website. So for the heading purpose, I'm going to use the H2. Like it is a big title, right? So here I'm going to use big title. Okay, and below this, paragraph text, 2 paragraphs. Yeah, now 2 paragraphs text and heading on the first column, and in the second column, I'm going to save the same image. Sorry. Okay, so here I'm using the figure again here. Figure inside the figure img src.
Mhm.
Okay, images slash work terminal. So here I said as per W3 standards, one attribute you need to add here on the image section. Do you remember that?
Right. Yeah. Type. Yeah.
The
Title,
alt text,
alt and title.
alt alternative text for the image. So here I'm going to say, for example, the services or something like this. Okay, in the above section you can say, in the above here you can say slider or something. So all images should have alternative text as per the W3 standards. Okay, so just use the div figure open tag, close tag, and img tag. Okay, let's see how it is displaying here. There it is. And so it's like overlapping.
Mhm.
Mhm. No, okay. Why? Because it's overlapping. In the slider section, I given some height in our CSS. Where it is slider. Yeah, this one. Okay. So this I'm going to remove. The slider height should be scaled as per our width of slider. Okay, I'm going to put on comments with value like this. Now it is below of our slider. Okay, and some default style like some header, paragraph, text, and image, and it placed side by side below one. Okay, but it should look like as per our template. Okay, the left side content, right side image, and with more space. Okay, and the bigger title and some text, paragraph text also. Okay, so here first I'm going to create the column. For the first column, I'm going to create one class. Class is equal, like you can say, first column something. Okay, so in the CSS, the first column class, first you can say width 50%. Okay, same way second column also. Second column again with 50%. This is second column, right? Same class I've copied. Okay, so apply only width, but it's applying the 50% width for the each column, but it should be placed side by side. So for the placing side by side, so we should provide float left on both columns. You can use the float left. So float left means it placing like next to next, like side by side. See here now. Now it's applied float left was placed side by side. Okay. And now I have to apply a little bit CSS, like about title, the text size, and little bit space between the first column and the second column. Okay, let's say okay. And we can customize the width also, width and height of image. Okay, because here it's showing like a small image. Okay, in my same screen, and then it's showing 100% of our image, like using the full width. Okay, so let's say here the second column, second column, IMG, let's say height around how much height we have the image. So now it is 700. Okay, I'm going to apply like around 400 something, 400 pixels. So now it is okay. So like this, you can scale image as per your requirement using the CSS height property. Okay, and now I'm going to apply the font size for the header and the text purpose, and applying the space between the two columns. Okay, so let's say first column. So what is our heading tag? H2. Okay, here I'm going to remove, and I'm applying the font size. Here I'm going to say like around 45 pixels, and providing some margin also, margin on four sides or top and bottom. Suppose if you want to apply the space top and bottom, not left and right side, margin. Okay, the top and bottom I'm going to say around 25 pixels, and the left and right side 0. See, it's applying the spacing and top and bottom. Okay, and font sizes didn't apply. What happened? Adjust is not. Yeah, no, it's applied. I will decrease little bit. I will apply the 40 pixels. Okay, and you can apply a little bit line height also, because the two lines is taken, right? So here you can say line height around 40 pixels. Actually, I have to give the more like 40 pixels size. Still okay like this. Yeah, now it is fine. Okay, so now that is header, and coming to the paragraphs. Again, the parent selector class. Okay, first column, paragraph. Here let's say font size, around 18 pixels. Okay, and I'm going to apply the gray color. Okay, now it is like 100% black. I'm going to apply the gray color or some dark gray color. And line height also around 25 pixels, like this also you can apply. Okay, suppose you have space like this, we have some little space between the two paragraphs. Okay, so in our case we can say the margin bottom around 30 pixels, like this you can write. Okay, suppose still you can apply the justification for the text. Okay, now it is not justified, you can apply justify font and font alignment, text align, justify, like this. Okay, now it is justified, but here small issues. Now both are touching, like both are very closely. Okay, so now I have to provide some little bit space between the each column, like means between the two columns. Okay, so where is our main column? First column here. I'm going to decrease, let's say 45%, and here I'm applying margin on right, margin right 5%. The same the second column, 45% width, and margin left side, margin left 5%. Similar. Now we have some space between the two columns, like more readability. Okay, and more space from between two columns. Okay, so like this you can write here the same, like here two columns. Okay, and you can apply suppose borders or shadow for images. They applied anything here? No, they didn't apply any shadow or border. Okay, and suppose if you want, you can apply box shadow for the better look and feel. Okay, so in the image section I'm going to apply box shadow. Here I'm going to say 4 pixels, again 4 pixels. This is XY coordinates, 4 pixels, and this box shadow blur, like around 10 pixels. Okay, and then color, let's say some gray color. See, now we have the box shadow here. On the right side and bottom you can see the box shadow. Okay, suppose if you want to apply the 4 sides, like your border, for this I'm going to put in the comment. Okay, so in the XY coordinates you can say x0 and y0. So that means the shadow and shadow blur 10 pixel value, it will play around the image, like this, around the image. Okay, and you can say some border also. For example, here you can say border 1 pixel thickness, and border style solid. Okay, and border color white. So like we have the borders, white border. Can you see the border and shadow?
Yeah, we can see it.
Okay, and suppose some round corner also, border radius and 10 or 15 pixels. Border radius means here the round corners for the image, for the soft look and feel. Okay, so like this you can apply more CSS as per your requirement. Okay, and for the better look and feel. Okay, and here some issues there. Okay, so the container part here I'm going to say the container. So actual my white color container was end on the top itself. Okay, and the content should like outside of my container. Can you see that the white color container on top of like a small line? Okay. So this all the content log of paragraph content, header content, and images should be inside my content. But now it is outside of it, should like outside of my content. Okay, why? Because here I use the float left for placing side by side for the first column and second column. Okay, so here we should provide some height on the container. There is a fixed container.
So the container, we put it only for the top one, right? The header part.
Yeah, of course. Here for the navigation, for the header and navigation purpose, I use the fixed container. Okay. So that is not only for the header. You can use anywhere this container. That's what I given just like a container box. So you can use anywhere in the web page.
Okay.
Wherever you want like a fixed container with 1000 pixels, okay, you can use that container. Like 2 columns requirement, 3 columns requirement. Suppose there is some testimonial requirement. Okay, let's say here in the example site. So this is the 2 column, right? Okay, so the content should be within the fixed content. Okay, this is like fixed content here also, and the recent projects also finish because this is also fixed content. We have some space on the left side and the right side, like equal space. Okay, that means this is also fixed content. Okay, here also you can use the container. Like wherever you want the like fixed container, like using 2 columns, 3 columns, or 4 columns. The first you can use like a fixed container. Okay, and you can write your content like 2 columns, 3 columns, or some projects or portfolios. Okay, that is like a global content. So that container you can use entire the web page. Both fixed container and fluid containers. For the fixed container, this is the class, and but the 100% container, it is fluid container I created, right? Where it is, yeah, on the bottom.
Yeah, I can see fluid container. Yeah.
Yeah, this one. Fluid container. Okay, for the 100% requirement. Okay, so like this you can apply, and here display block. So in the container section, to say it is yeah. So here overflow hidden. Okay, so let's say here. Yeah, now it is the container is extended based on the content height. So before this container is ended on top of the content, okay, because of the flow, okay, for the 2 columns requirement, okay, applying the overflow hidden declaration. So the container is repeated, okay, up to your content height. So that means the first column, second column content should be inside your content.
Okay.
Okay, got it. Okay. So here, let's say some liquid space between the slider image and these two columns. Okay, so here, let's say we can apply. Okay, and you can give on the container itself. Okay, so here you can say, suppose we give here now. First column, second column, with container image. Yeah, I will say, I can say, you can say here itself, margin on top. Margin top will say around 50 pixels. Like this. So just balancing the left side content and right side content. Like this. Okay. So now it's clear. Purpose like creating container and creating two columns. Okay,
Yeah.
and place content in the first column and placing image on the second column and it's placing side by side. Okay, it's clear.
Yeah.
In this,
Yeah.
it's clear, right? Okay. So say okay. So like this, you can create two columns. Okay. In this template, we have three columns requirement also. Okay. So the first one is two columns requirement. Okay. And here we have three columns requirement. Okay. But same thing you can get like three columns. For the creative two columns, the first column apply the 50% and second column apply 50%, apply the fourth left for placing side by side. Okay. And with this 45%. So coming to the three columns means what is the width? 100 by 3. So it's around 33.33%. So in that case, the width will be 33.33. Okay, like you can say first column, second column, third column, or column 1, column 2, column 3. Right? Okay, and you can apply the floor plan for side by side, for placing side by side. Okay, so that is same way you can follow. So for three columns requirement. And other thing like the placing content, image, icons, text buttons, that is second. So first of all, you need to create like the two columns or three columns, and inside that you can place content directly using header tags, image tags, paragraph tags, and hyperlinks, and applying CSS after placing the content. Okay. So when it comes to this requirement, I will teach you on this. What is the second next section here? The recent project means here. Here just like a photo gallery. Okay. Like here also three columns is there, but here I'm going to apply a little bit CSS for the animation. Okay. On mouse over like zoom in, zoom out. Like this. Okay. So this I will teach you tomorrow.
Okay.
So like this, like kind of we can say like recent projects or portfolio, gallery, low gallery also we can say. So this is like different. Okay. So is it clear? I think if there's any doubt, Ananta and Apurva?
No.
No.
Okay. So about drop downs, company name. Okay. Okay, fine. So I will share this video and this file and practice on tomorrow.
Okay.
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 Sure.
Yeah.
Okay,
Thank you.
fine. Okay.
Bye.
Okay, fine.